So Gabby, I imagine we'll want to land right back where we were sitting before on that right side of the mud mat.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll have to see how everything turned out and whether that's still a good place to land. But yeah, ideally, and then just like inspect and nose around a bit and see what's come free, because we definitely made a ton of progress on that loop.
I think we did. Yeah, I lost sight of it at some point, but that that whole bit that we had pulled through looked like it went under into the mess of PVOF, so hopefully that is starting to clear.
Yeah, and I didn't have any resistance at all. I was not fighting that time, and the previous times I was pulling pretty hard.
Yeah, even when I first came in, it looked like some of those pulls were just choking
the
oily, but that one did not. Doesn't look too bad.
It doesn't look like it goes under the, it doesn't go under the mud mat anymore, is what happened. Is that true?
It might just be buried
it's
and
just
hidden.
buried in a different way.
I took a comparison photo. When we start getting closer, I'll take a look. Yeah, what is it doing? Kind of.
It's the taller loop.
Yeah, it's the taller.
The taller loop goes under the mud.
Yeah.
Kind of an unfortunate place to put a slip line. So I'm wondering if this is the one that was a big loop that we've now pulled quite small, and it looks like it's kind of going down too.
Video, can you give me a zoom? That's great. It does seem like, because we had pulled a big loop of the troll head.
I think it was this.
Yeah, and it's much smaller now. Yeah,
so we might be starting to pull
I think we're
the
getting
troll head right down and into the hole of the mud mat where then it comes out the bottom.
So I think you pull that out and then do the same thing you did before.
I think it might
suck it down more
to release the troll head.
Yeah, maybe. So this time, I think I'm not going to go down so far into the mud because this is like a crater, and that's how I've been stirring so much up.
Okay.
And just have you grab as low as you can. Go wide, video. Oh, you want to release the troll head here. Okay.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay,
because it won't float up as high now.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll zoom back in, please. That's good. Which we think is
Yeah, our loop's getting smaller.
Yes,
it's a direct. That's perfect.
Smaller, yes.
Awesome.
I wonder if once we get this troll head free, we're able to like tuck it down under the chain on the far side.
Yeah, we've talked about that a few times. I think we're gonna, if we do our work well, we may not even have to tuck it. Like we may just be able to leave. We kind of just want it out of sight so that it's not
confusing us with the other
end.
Yeah,
it's not catching the other stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and we're not tying our own knots.
Yeah, so I think like one possibility is leaving it pinned under the mud mat.
Ah, so pull it, we'll maybe pull it another little bit and it'll be sucked under the
come
mud
wide,
mat,
please.
and then we don't have to worry about it.
Let's come wide video, please. Thanks.
It's again going to make this loop on our left taller.
Yeah. We may actually be able to change the loop on the left just from here because it seems like there's very little friction.
Yep. Yeah, just reach and pull up.
Yeah, it's possible.
So that gray, yeah, okay. So that
that's the one that's
grab the gray, the grayish colored one. Yeah.
And pull up, and we'll see if this the troll goes down.
Yeah, I'm ready in case that does something funny.
Okay, keep tilting down, please.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try and get it down. Can you be full wide, please? No vignette hiding, please. Super full wide on the zoom.
Yeah, that's doing the thing we wanted it to do.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go for another grab, I think.
I think as soon as it can't be fouled on anything else, we can consider leaving it.
Yeah, I don't want to pull it all the way out.
No. It's just caught still on our last free end, so we should get a little bit more. Oh, it's starting to pull down our other free end. Oh, maybe not. I think it just released. Your arm's just right in the way.
So I'm gonna
just
180. You can see it kind of disappearing. I think it would be probably okay to leave around there.
Oh, right there?
Yeah. Now everything we're seeing here should be all just one end of rope.
The one ending in the yellow tape.
Ending in the yellow tape. So it looks like if we try and pull all of that, it'll kind of just Prusik itself.
Josh,
yeah, I feel like we need to pull out some of these loops before we...
Yeah, undo a few of those.
Before we get too crazy.
Yeah, and maybe I want to do that from the other side to start, just because...
why not, yeah.
This big loop here is really getting in our business, and it looks like the current's kind of... Things would flow away from us a little more on the other side.
Okay, I will head over to the other side.
Great.
I wish everybody could see our teleprompter. Or does that go to the feed? I don't think so. Our Telecaster, yes.
No, I think it's just in here.
Yeah,
Oh, actually, it's
just
on. It is on the satellite feed.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was having a peek on that and noticing all the arrows.
No.
I wonder, I don't think it gets like burned into the video that we save in CTube, though. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. Is the telestrator, is that new, or has that been here in past years?
It's been a couple years.
It's been a few years, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen it before.
It was very, very helpful.
What do you mean you need a teleprompter to describe the orange cable with the orange rope and the fish and the thing and the bit? That seems overkill.
Well, another rainbow, of course. I think you're when the wash backing up kind of push, but I think it'll go out of our way eventually. Yeah. Or I can help it, give it a little, or you could even help it a little back. A little reverse wash. Of course, it goes right in where we want to go.
Get out of our way.
We've made progress, Trevor.
We've got one end pinned and out of our way. We've got another end.
Does Gabby want to go, or is she gonna stay?
I'll stay for a bit longer. Unless, oh, Josh, does it work for you to just sub in now so you can go do other stuff, or? Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll go now.
Seat swap. Stand by.
All right.
Okay. So we managed to bury the troll head.
Nice. Wonderful. Pulled it more, but not pulled it all the way through.
That's right.
It's now under the mud mat.
Perfect.
Just barely, and we think all of this now is connected to this end. And so we want to undo a few of these loops so that when we try and do the final pull of that, it doesn't just kind of choke around itself or
Understood.
Or something.
And the loop that we just freed is now right in the vehicle, which is lovely.
Yeah, so it was leaning in the vehicle that way, but I think when we backed up, it floated it this way.
Cool.
So
all right.
We could either go back
I could go back around, maybe.
Or how about this idea? What if you shimmy the porch over and land on that other part of the yellow fence?
And that'll free up that corner of the arm.
Free up that corner, yeah.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah, because we don't have many loops on this side, so if we pull out these ones, this end will also be high and come in towards this way, and then we can go to the other side and hopefully finish the job.
And our viewers do confirm they can see the teleprompter on the, or teletext, whatever we call it. Telestrator. On onto the on the feed 3. So if they're interested in what we're talking about, they can have a look there. And of course, we do have to abuse the privileges we are given. Thanks for that, Nico. Hi to you too. Some folks are wondering why we don't just cut this rope and just get it out of the way by cutting it. And there's a number of reasons for that, most notably that this rope is floaty. And we don't want little floaty bits around the ROV and going into the thrusters or any of the other parts of the ROV, because that is a game over for us. We really don't want to put the vehicle at risk at all.
When you're ready.
I'm ready. Stable.
So although it may seem easiest to just attack this with sharp scissors to get it out of the way, which absolutely would be my land-based approach, in this floating environment, we can't do that. That's just too much bits.
You could go right to the closer loop. Oh, I see what you're doing.
Whoop. Whoop. Swing and a miss. Again. Can I have a half zoom, please, video? And good there. Thank you.
Yep. Nice work. Great stuff.
Get over there. Get away from me.
Maybe you want to do that last one, and then this side is probably now considered the danger zone.
That might be a twofer. Two-part.
Oh,
Grab it without grabbing.
This is going to test your...
Yeah, don't pinch the PBOF, you think?
No pinchy PBOF.
It'll be fine.
What does PVOF stand for?
Pinch.
Pressure backed. Oh, yeah, sure. Trevor, take it away.
Non-pinchy.
Not pinch, not here. Pinch forbidden.
Hey, rope, don't.
I believe it's pressure backed, oil filled.
Pressure balanced.
Pressure balanced, right? Yeah. Pressure balanced, oil filled. Colloquial known as oily.
Nice.
I'm not sure if you want to do any more on this
Get out of
side.
here.
If this is
It's getting long and tangly.
it's getting long and tangly.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get out of here.
I would say get out of here.
I'm gonna get out of here right now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Arm secure.
Do you want me to come wide?
Yeah, come wide, please. Thank you. Ooh, tether up too.
Check gauges real quick. Just check them, not write them down. Everything's happy. Yeah, it's too bad this one is needs the bitter end free. Otherwise I'd just bury it right now. But that's the one that's got to come through all the other loops.
Now, pardon my asking, the bitter end, is that a Trevorism? Is that what it's actually called? And if so, why is it called that?
It is not a Trevorism, and for the rest I'll pass it off to somebody else.
I had never heard the term before.
Oh, that's just like rope nomenclature.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to porch out just to give me a little more.
Yeah, smart.
A little more. I always want a little more.
I have looked it up and I will provide the answer if now is a good time or I can wait.
Now seems a fine time. So Trevor, what's the next goal here? We think we should grab this bit right here.
I think once we're landed and stable, we will zoom on it and make sure we're grabbing the right spot. But yeah, get it untangled. I think what you suggested is correct. I think it's going to be the one right on the yellow fence there.
Yeah, that runs around that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
You okay with that angle?
Yep.
Okay, I'm good.
Arms live. Ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Arm coming out. Okay, can you line up the camera, please? I don't know if you have any extend left. Yeah, nice. We rolled that back earlier for another thing. And video, please zoom in. So I'm going to pull on this one right there. Happy with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Concurred.
And while Trevor is doing that, the bitter end is because a bitter was a wooden post through the deck or gunnel of a ship, and they were used as cleats to secure the line, so the bitter end hung or secured to the bitter.
Cool. I did not know that. Thank you.
Ah. I consulted the Oracle and I didn't fact check, so let's assume it's accurate.
This technique is great.
Someone was asking about cutting with scissors at home, but not so much here because of other hazards.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if it was this tangled at home, you probably wouldn't use scissors. You probably just undo it
Yeah.
in moments.
Well, if anybody would like to recreate this experience at home, get yourself a garden hose and a length of twine and throw it in the dryer for about 10 minutes. Pull it out, see what you can do.
Or just
Tumble
put a
dry
pair
low.
of wired headphones in
Thrash
your
it up and
jeans
down
pocket for 30 seconds.
5 hours.
What's that?
Thrash it up and down for 5 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Or
Hey.
as Nico said, just put some headphones in your pocket for 5 minutes, walk around, pull them out, and see how long it takes you to untangle them.
I think you'd need 2 items. I think you need 2 sets
of headphones.
Headphones.
Be free.
Uh-oh, where's that going?
Right up in the light bar, it's fine. Go away. Be gone with you. Be gone. Go away. Yeah, it's free and clear.
It's tempting to start pulling on this one, but I think we'd be doing ourselves a disservice.
Yeah, I agreed.
So
I think we got to figure out which side this is.
Yeah, pull that, and I think it's, it's that one.
Yeah, and the more I pull through, get your arrow out of the way. Get that arrow out of there. Roger. Thank you, Josh.
Someone took my mouth mubble and said, yes, we do need a length of wine after this. And I think they're right. We do need a length of wine.
Here's what I'm going to do, Nico.
Yes.
I'm going to pull this through a little bit.
Yes.
Then I'm going to pull the next one through a little bit. And meanwhile, this one's going to keep floating back up and messing with my head. After this one's finished messing with my head, I'm going to do what I said previously.
Yeah, and then do the next one?
Yeah. That way it doesn't have extra long every time. Are you able to scrub that camera a bit, please, Kev?
MTC, now we're thinking with gas.
Yeah, exactly.
Some folks are wondering why we don't send some weights down to help with this, and one of them is that there's actually quite a distance. We are operating at 2,660 plus meters, and so any package on its way down to us would actually take some pretty significant time to get down to us, plus it could just further complicate our efforts.
The bottom is pretty soft, so weights we drop would tend to just sink right in. Last night we did drop some packages from the surface to assist in our mission, but those had a big float on the top and also acoustic beacon that we can track on the way down, so we knew where it was going to land.
Yes,
not really worth doing it for weights.
Well, and as this rope demonstrates, things don't come down straight, and so there's this opportunity to get it all tangled and just complicate things.
All right, now that I made more of a mess.
Yeah, I've lost the plot.
Yeah, gotta keep focused here. Stay focused, Nico. I need you.
Focused up.
Focus up.
Trevor, you gotta keep your stick on the ice.
Yeah, exactly. What do we got? Yeah, this is what I want. Isn't it? Yeah. No, maybe?
Maybe not.
Yeah, I think it is. Maybe not. I have no idea.
So
let's find out.
The goal right now is just to get a bunch of loose loops, right? So that you can move this out. You can move this bitter end out of the knots
without it being
without it ever floating up too high.
Yeah.
So there's two more to loosen, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we'll have to make
and
it
then you'll
taller,
start
and then
releasing
it
and
again.
propagating the slack back.
Yeah. So it's going to take a few passes. Yeah.
What are we gonna do with it once we freed the rope?
That's a very good question. That's for the next watch to deal with.
Ah, yes. So stand by on that one.
See ya.
Can I, okay, so looking sort of into the future as we start to get this one released from right in front of us, do we want to go to the loop that's under the chain and start pulling it under the chain? Because that's going to be our we'll capture it a bit like the other one.
Yeah, totally.
I think once we'll get half of these free and then go do that. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
And so that every time you come back to this mud mat, it's just going to be anybody's guess how treacherous it is.
We'll be kind of researching.
You thought it was tangled before. You know what, Nico?
Yes.
One of my life goals is to tie a bowline using the minute.
Oh, yeah.
So, should you see it operationally beneficial,
to tie a bowline,
please request that of me.
I will look for an opportunity. I often ask pilots if they think they could strike a match with the minute.
Probably this one, yeah. You could probably, yeah. Not the Orion though. So that is, I got a lot through, probably 3 meters there.
Yeah.
I think if we want to pull that through, now would be a good time to do that.
Sorry,
it looks like the other one flattened.
Or
it looks like you pulled some of it out of the loop next to the chain, so it's all flat now.
I agree, that's true.
So it we can get it, but it'll get foggy when we do so. Yeah.
I would say getting a little bit more out of this. Keep propagating, and then yes.
Really, you can go, the limiting factor is the brow. So really, you could get as much as will fit under the brow in the bank. And then we can go around and just pull a big loop.
I think you want to pull on this one to, oh, my fingy no worky. This one to get the tail out. Here, this one. That's where the tail goes. I think. Yeah. Yep. And then you can see where it goes after that. It goes around.
I can't help but feel this is a great analogy for life. When we first approached it, it looked completely unsolvable, but one little loop at a time. One
I
little
love
loop
that.
at a time.
Love that, Monica. Augustine.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
All right. Yep. Sounds reasonable. Nope. So, Doug, if you're just joining us again, we're almost clear. But now we are worried about tall loops. So before we fully clear this, we're going to pull it that way and try and tuck it under the chain, get a bunch of this down.
Nice.
And then we'll finish the job.
All right. Sounds like a good plan.
Strategizing. Step one.
Cool. I'm going to porch in too when we get out of here.
Yeah, roger.
You ready for me to lift off?
I'm ready, yes. So while you do that, I'll relay to the back row.
Sounds great.
The suggestion here. So what we're planning to do is get the porch square to that close chain.
Yes.
With the starboard manipulator centered up in the left loop. With me so far?
Yes.
Okay.
And from there, while free flying, we're going to use a starboard manip, grab that straight line parallel to the chain, and I'm going to be able to do just a tiny loop at first, then let go, and grab another one down at the right side of that, pull more, and try to get that right loop past more under the chain.
Okay.
So we're going to do that free flying. We're going to do that slowly and carefully, and if it ever gets foggy, then we're going to get out of there and reassess.
Wonderful.
That works for you?
I will keep extra eyes on things.
Thank you.
Tell you if things get scary.
Thank you.
Nico, you pointed out that there's quite a crater here. Well, lots of folks pointed out there's quite a crater here where this mud mat has landed. And I've always wondered if you'd be able to find meteorites on the seafloor due to the crater that they leave.
Oh, I would imagine so, but
yeah.
I imagine the deep water would slow anything that would make that kind of crater pretty quickly and turn it into
why don't you get the minute out in front where you want it?
Yeah, it'd have to be
a bullet shooting into the water, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Mythbusters.
Oh, yeah, and this thing wants to go all over the place.
Yep, totally.
Yeah, go for it whenever you can.
I'll make sure to get the elbow underneath it as much as possible, too.
I'm sorry?
Nothing. Ah, goodness.
Nice.
Yeah, that was productive, even though it was smashy. That was the smashiest one. Now I'll have a loop to grab. So let's let that tiny dust clear instead of making a bigger mess. But that was the only one, hopefully, I had to stick the manip into the mud for. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the hardest one.
I should have stayed closer. I like got in my head to like back down to get out of there, but
no, I get it. That's fine.
Trev, if you ever get tired of flying ROVs, which I don't think that really is a true sentence. That's like having too many cats, just not a thing. But if so, you are welcome to freelance as a knot untangler.
Seems appealing. Seems appealing.
Can you make a living?
From this chat, possibly.
Mm.
I need a spotter, though. And someone to drive me around.
Yes, and the rider is probably outrageously long.
Okay.
I'm also being reminded by people a lot smarter than me that meteorites would probably get eaten by rust long before we ever find them. And that does seem to check out, yeah.
I believe they've found meteorites on the Nautilus before. I mean, on the ocean, in the ocean, by the Nautilus.
Is there someone in particular who would like to speak on that fact? Gesturing wildly, perhaps?
I was just gesturing at Trevor because it was me. I found them.
How did you know they were meteorites? How did you find them?
Oh, our team found them. Nautilus was hired by a guy from NASA who studies meteorites and how to find them and how to track them to the surface of the ocean. And one of them hit the surface of the ocean, and he knew kind of where within a kilometer. So he hired the Nautilus, and he had 4 days between 2 cruises to find a meteorite with us. And he helped us design a bunch of like magnetic tools that we dragged across the seafloor, took a bunch of suction samples in the areas that he suspected there might be it. And well, we didn't find like big chunks of meteor. We did find dust, like small particulates that he was able to trace to like space origins. So meteor dust, basically.
Very cool.
Which was very cool because we talk about that a lot. We think about like whether you could find that sort of thing. Yeah, and you can. And yeah, it has iron in it for sure. So I'm sure it does a fair amount of rusting.
Fairly quickly.
All right, should we go for it? You want to wait a minute more?
This one might still get a little dusty just because I still have to fly quite low.
Roger.
Let's see how low you can get the arm and still see what you're doing.
I was limited by porch for sure.
Okay.
Oh, that good.
This
good
will
catch.
help.
Yeah, that'll help. And I don't have enough perspective with this spherical 527 cam.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a fantastic second eye, but it's
yeah,
not a
it's
great
not
primary
the first one. So yeah, this one might stir up dust too just because of the vehicle. Because this is a pretty deep crater.
Yeah, roger.
But see how low you can get. And yeah, we can go in for another grab.
Okay, roger.
Do you want me to back out once you've got the grab, or do you want me to stay put?
I want you to stay put.
Okay.
Because I'm going to try to go for multiple if I can without getting smoked out.
Okay. Okay, get yourself in position the way you want.
I'm ready. I'm going to dive in when you're close.
Okay, I'm close.
Okay. Maybe close enough. We'll find out.
I think I am.
Okay. Okay, I can go for another one here.
Okay.
I'm going to do one more tiny one,
a small
and
one,
then
that's all you need.
call it good. Come on, yeah. And done.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm out.
I'm getting out of there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Arm secure.
Great. Good work.
Yes.
Nice flying.
Yeah. Good grabbing.
Trevor, you mentioned that there was a CTD on Herc. Does it give a real-time reading?
Ours does to our GUI, and probably somewhere in the data world land that I'm unfamiliar with.
Ours does also, because we also have a CTD on it, to our website. So 2 places to find 2 different CTD data.
Hopefully the same CTD data.
Hopefully the same. That would be ideal.
What about oxygen? Do we get oxygen down here?
Our oxygen sensor.
Sensor on our CTD, yes.
Oh, nice. Ours is separate.
Ours is piggyback.
Okay.
Someone is curious if there's enough oxygen for things to rust, and I guess the answer is yes.
In some places, there are other places in the seafloor where there's no oxygen.
Yes,
things just stay forever.
It's surprisingly not anoxic here. There's still a little bit that happens. But yeah, we even have places in like Saanich Inlet that are
Yes, there is even a technical term, hypoxic?
Hypoxic, right?
Yeah, hypoxic low oxygen, anoxic no oxygen.
Okay, I think I have enough viz to start nuzzling anyway.
Okay, you're set to go.
Okay, here we go. Can I get a half zoom, please, video? And good there.
So by the time we pull this through, it might be around the same height as these other things, and then...
Don't want to do that. That's too PBOF pinchy to take the risk right now. Unless I can just pull
I could see if you go slow, yeah.
Not holding my breath on it, but let's see what happens. It actually is working really well.
I think it's going. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm kind of shocked, honestly.
This is the last bit.
The last hurrah!
So that will get quite tall when you pull it through.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get it close
and then
do a final grab and fly away.
Yeah.
And then figure out what to do with these consequences.
So, Trev.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you should undo the 2 loops but leave 1 loop under. So, like, you're not pulling 2, like, so that it won't cinch down. So
I hear what you're saying. Right. I was wondering about that, but right now if I'm pulling on here, it's not cinching down.
Okay.
So I think we're going to be okay.
We were watching. It was pulling through.
It does look like it's pulling through and not locking down. We'll see if I can keep being lucky with it.
Nope. It's cinching now.
And now it's cinching.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
nice.
Bounce it. I'm going to have to do one more little grab here.
And then, yeah, let's maybe strategize after.
Yeah, I'm not going to go for this yet. I'm just going to grab it and be ready. Okay, halted. So if we take off with this, I'll pull it with the arm, but in one motion that'll turn into flying away. Then we're going to have this really long, tall tail.
And you're going to want to hold on to it, and I think maybe we drag it down the length of where this chain going to rope is and try and tuck it under?
Yeah, could do that. I'm not usually a fan of stuffing the manip into the mud, but I will make an exception for this. And especially in this soft mud.
Okay, so you're going to pull this. I'm going to fly away.
Yes.
I'm going to fly away and land this time, and we're going to wait for mud to clear.
Yeah.
And so that you could tuck it under.
And I think turning 90 degrees, then backing away is going to be the move. Or sideways.
What, really? I was thinking sideways.
Yeah, no, you're right. Sideways is better.
Why were you thinking backing away, though? Let's just chase that down for a second.
I was thinking not forward.
Yeah, probably not that.
Yeah, not that. Sideways is the way to go. Yeah, so we go sideways along. We can see the chain that way, and hopefully we can get whatever kind of eyes on... Maybe I can put bubble out to the side so we can keep an eye on the mud mat itself. What if I do this?
Or Trevor, do you want to tie this loose end, just do a quick bowline into the mud mat?
I mean,
are you allowed to do it with 2 arms?
I've been practicing my one-handed bowline. So.
If you use 2 arms, you could absolutely do it. You'd set up your loop with your Orion.
I feel like that's an essential move right now, actually. The bowline.
So could be the only way.
It might be the only way, yeah.
Let's make this dream come true.
So you're going to pull, but you're going to keep on. I'm going to stay at about the same altitude, actually, and then shift to the side and land. How far down do you want me to go, Nico or Trevor?
Well, my thought is I got Bubble looking out this way, so we can watch the loops that are currently on our left as they become on our right. We'll hopefully keep an eye on them and see when they get not quite tight, but something tighter.
Okay.
I guess only one of the two, but
no matter what, you're going to keep hold of the line, and I'm going to go for a land. And if we don't know what's going on, instead of getting out of dodge, we're going to sit tight.
Yes, agreed. Okay, if you're ready for that, we'll come wide on Zeus.
And it definitely will stir up. Okay, so one thing is, I just wanted to clear up, how far left do you want me to go?
You can go ahead and zoom out. I think left until this one loop that we will be pulling gets lower. So what am I trying to say? Let me use different words and more pointy hand wavy.
Oh, so potentially putting it underneath the chain away from this bridle, like way down the line.
Yonder, yeah.
Okay. Oh,
this
gotcha.
loop is going to come with us.
Yeah.
This loop, well, one loop's going to stay loopy, but if we pull this way, then both that loop and that loop will end up coming tight, assuming we get to the very end of whatever 5 meters that is.
Gotcha. Okay, I am caught up.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And then we only have one more loop to deal with.
I'm game with that. I don't know. Is the chain visible for a long ways down?
No. So that chain, right after we see that knot, turns to am steel.
See that knot.
The snarl.
Oh, okay. Do you want us? Tucking it under am steel is probably not great, is it?
Why is
it was
that?
Chain. Yeah. I don't know. It's just less heavy.
But the am steel. Oh. The am steel's not tied to anything.
It is tied to the anchor.
The am steel goes all the way to then 80 meters to now more chain and then anchor. It should be taut.
Because you saw it dig in, right?
Yeah, I didn't, but someone did.
I did, yeah. I think it'll be, because we have a perfect heading here, which means when they laid this, it was fully taut.
Yeah.
Because it was spinning, it would spin clockwise every time they lost any tension on it. So I think the M still will be under tension.
Yes. Yeah, it should be quite taut.
Okay, then we can still go ahead with that original plan. We go to the left X meters, where X is
I won't go too far because it might have dug in a lot, but yeah, we can, we'll see.
And we'll just watch. If we lose sight of am steel, we won't go any farther.
Okay.
I don't want to be child sandcastling this, just like rooting around in there.
Yeah, okay, so I'll try not to go, I won't go too far past the snarl. Keep close to snarl, but not snarl, not in Snarl Town.
Not in Snarl Town. I think 3 to 5 meters, because that brings this loop really low.
Okay, sounds good.
That's my prediction.
Okay, sounds good.
So as soon as you're ready, I'll pull this free, and then you'll back up immediately after. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Is that what we're planning?
Yep.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Here I go. Here I go. Grip lock. Okay, I think you can fly it from there.
Okay, here we go.
And again, Bubble is looking to starboard. So as you fly along, you might be able to see the loops in it. I'm not sure. I guessed at the angle, but...
So the arm, is the arm getting in any loops there?
No.
We're clear.
Watching in 180.
Thanks.
Bubble is not helpful. Oh, good. Definitely not now. That's the best we got. This is looking good.
This is looking good.
Yep, and we can still see the am steel, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And if it's taut, we might not have to really dig the manip too much into the sediment.
Yeah, agreed. And I'll just pass it under a couple times maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. So I can't see anymore. That might be getting tight there.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
It doesn't really matter how tight you get it, right? Because we're...
Unless it pulls it free.
Is it okay if I land
yes,
here?
I see.
I'm okay with that. ONC, you okay with that?
Okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay, going for it.
Okay. Now let's tie a double fisherman on here and little Prusik knot maybe. Okay. You still have some viz, so I'm going to keep going.
How about a single half sheet bend?
I'm going to let this go with my jaws poked here so that I can see if it springs back and I can re-grab it. So I'm going to do a practice let go. Okay, so I don't have a lot of time is what I'm getting out of that. I don't have unlimited time. Maybe I want to go this way. So it'll be easier to grab it the other way.
Yeah, and then you want to just pass it to the Orion or something?
Oh, I'm just going to give her...
I don't think that's going to be enough yet.
I think with it wrapped around... Oh, that could work.
Yeah? Now...
Let me just make sure I'm as attached to the seafloor as possible.
Oh.
Can you...
Just a sec. I almost got it.
Yeah?
And it's like, what's he doing? Come on, stay there. Come on, stay there. Close the jaws and...
Do you want to get Orion involved?
I think I do, but yes. Haha, rats. Okay.
Good try.
Good try.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to bring Orion out here.
Okay.
It's coming out.
Can you retract the camera, please?
Yes.
And when you get close, I'll just pass it up to you.
That might be a good time to mention for folks tuning in that we're just watching some absolutely awe-inspiring flying and manipulation as we
go half close.
take care of a piece of errant rope that was really intending to mess with our day. But
good stuff. Letting go. Unwinding myself.
With our talented ROV team, they have taken care of that rope.
Okay, let's see here now.
That's the am steel that leads to the anchor.
What is am steel?
Oh my god, are you tying
It's
a
just
knot
a
right
type
now?
of
Do you want me to come down to you?
Rope.
I'm trying to think. I'm making sure I'm not
Very strong.
going under the wrong way. That's going to undo it, isn't it?
No, it's going to
No.
continue it.
Okay.
You're going to put a knot in it.
Okay, let go.
Oh, Bolin almost done.
Not quite. But I'm doing something. I'll pass it back. Let me think about this one more time. Yeah, I'll pass this back to you again.
Okay.
Here's the better end. Go ahead. Can you tilt down just a little, please? Okay, tilt up. Good there.
I'll stretch out to you if you want.
Yeah, Roger. Let me just get myself untangled here.
I would believe that I would call that more tangled.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Nice try, though. Really, really good effort. Okay.
Almost ready. And I've got it. Let go.
Okay.
Now, in order to be the double fisherman, I just got to pass this through all these. Yeah, it's not going to go. But anyway, that's going to be fine. So, happy there? I'm happy there.
Happy there.
I'm medium happy there, but I'm happy enough.
Yeah.
You can stow the Orion.
Okay.
And I'll fuss until you're done.
It's not, doesn't seem to be going anywhere, but.
No, that's fine. Didn't get a knot, but I did get some twists, and that's great. Arm hydraulics are secure. Line is completely free of the vehicle. I think we're ready to go back over yonder.
Wonderful. Sure.
Okay, let's go see what we have over there.
Trevor, you might be pleased to know that I wanted to know what the title of someone who detangles knots would be. You know, what would your job title be? How would you advertise yourself?
Okay.
So I looked up knot detangler, and I got hairdresser.
Ah.
Because they detangle a lot of knots.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
There you go.
Be a pretty impressive hairdresser to do with a.
Yeah.
Do your hairdressing with a manip.
Yeah.
Sounds dangerous. They're carrying scissors.
The clients? Yeah. Self-defense.
I feel like I'd want my hairdresser to be closer than 2,664 meters as well.
Do anything over Zoom these days.
Okay, well, let's admire our handiwork here.
So that can still definitely slide along this blue line.
But it'll stop at the snarl.
It'll stop at the snarl, yeah. And there is still one more vertical loop because we did not pull that end out from the mud mat. So it's still contained, but not strongly.
It seems like it's I think it's pretty well contained, right? Because it's pinned under the mud mat in a way.
Is that the troll hair one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this loop isn't very tall, which is very nice. And what we just did, pulled it back away from the mud mat.
Nice, lovely.
That's
so,
great.
I'd say that the mud mat is now clear. Not clear of ROV hazards, but clear of PBOF hazards. Would everyone concur? Anyone see anything still hanging in there?
No, it's looking clear to me.
I believe you have subdued it.
I'll land and we can survey it a little bit.
Okay.
Because we can figure out what we want to do to pull the connector free and everything.
Yeah, so we got 74 pull pins, and then
only 74, hey?
I think so, yeah.
Is there one? There might be one under the porch right now.
Right. Well, back row, what would you like to do?
So I believe that it's actually 5 pull pins.
Sorry, I can't count that low.
Yeah.
So we see 3 in front of us. I'm going to step back for a second and see. So is there a pull pin at the connector as well, or just the parking position?
I think there's the bungee underneath the connector there.
Oh, I see 5. Yeah.
I see 5 or 6, I'm not sure. I see one at each corner. I see a monkey fist at the connector.
And one in the middle.
And one in the middle, so that's either 5 or 6. Any particular place you'd like us to start?
I think this just whichever one's accessible right now. I think maybe working from this side.
Great. And
So
are they captured, or will they be going into our bio boxes?
I'm not sure, but we can see when they get released.
We'll see you at the first one. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like they won't be captured, but
looks like the pull pins will not be captured, but the bungees may be. Not sure. I can do a pretty blind.
Yeah, this is not a great place right now,
no,
because you can't get the arm in there. I don't think.
Right. Maybe not. Oh, come.
I'm just gonna move to the left, like where I was before.
Sure. Okay. I can go wide on this. I can get the arm in there. It's already in there, actually. I left it in there because there's that other loop.
The reminder of what once was.
I like the square sediment. So you have mud mat imprint or something.
Yeah, that's weird. I think. Okay.
Doug, maybe.
What do you? Oh,
Pardon?
sorry. Go ahead, Monica.
Oh, I was wondering, maybe you could tell us, you've been talking about pulling these pins and the bungees might be fixed, and can you tell us a little bit about how the engineers have set this up for the
And before you do that, let me ask, am I clear to just start pulling stuff?
I was going to say, what do we think about starting with that middle one with the
this
connector?
Okay,
sure. I'm just wondering if that bungee that's wrapped around all those cables,
yep,
that one may be a little easier to start with, possibly.
Sounds good. I will start with this monkey's fist. Yep. Okay, we're going to put this in the front box.
Yeah, so typically we do our best to rig everything so it's easy to be manipulated by the ROV. But seeing the level of skill we have from our pilots, maybe we'll do a few more knots and less pull pins.
Usually that's done anyway.
Yeah, it is can be there's been a few systems that work quite well, and one of them is using cotter pins through bungee cord and just pulling it out. It kind of springs open and releases things. So the pulling motion tends to be pretty easy for the ROV pilots to deal with.
And the bungee cord is bolted to the frame?
Okay. Sometimes not.
I'm just gonna leave that open and move the camera in and out, I guess.
Sure.
As long as you can still see.
Yeah, great. It's not floaty, so. Okay, did you want to see something with this connector in particular, or do you want me to just keep going on monkey's fists?
I think we can probably keep going on monkey's fists, but maybe just, can you give that connector actually just a little bump just to show that it's, or maybe lift the handle there and just show that
it's
bungee's in fact free?
Yeah, you bet. The bungee is free.
Beautiful. Yeah, so I think that one can just sit there and you can
go to the next one.
Go to the next one.
Can I do this? Is it far enough away that it's risk-free? I don't think I can. How about this one? This one I can do risk-free.
And what are you worried about?
Sorry, what does that question mean?
You said risk-free.
Oh, the other one's really close to the PBOF. I don't want to grab the PBOF.
Oh, the monkey's fist is close to the PBOF.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
What are you worried about?
Well, so many
Wait,
things.
stay racked out, please.
Okay.
I want to see this come free. If I can. That's good. Okay, great. Now I'll take that rock back, please. Ah, it's like I've never eaten spaghetti before. There we go. Okay. These are perfectly weighted monkey's fists. That is lovely.
They're also the perfect length.
Yeah.
They don't pop out of the box.
Great rigging. Yeah, I think I need to scoot backwards or a pivot or something like that to get, if you look in the 180 cam for a sec, to get this line here. Yeah.
Okay. I'll try a scoot back first.
Yeah, cool. It doesn't need much, I don't think. I got pretty good viz, but not quite enough. Ooh, before you, never mind. If you're, can I see it with this? No, not enough. I do need to scoot back. I need to scoot back to do it responsibly. That'll be fine if you can land there. Okay, that one's free. Grip locked. Okay, camera back please, if it's not already. Whack up. Okay. What's next? I should probably nuzzle that bungee. That's normally the protocol here. The bungee pull pin is pulled, but it's not quite released. Right. Can you line me up on that bungee, please, Gab? Tip of the jaws.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Move the camera so it's pointing at the tip of the jaws.
Okay.
And then video, can you zoom in, please? Good there.
If I go down much more, I think I lose you in the parallax. I think I lose the bungee in the parallax.
Roger that.
Otherwise, I'd line up more.
Should have bubble on a smaller screen. This isn't small enough.
Do you want me to move spot bubble and winch?
No. Stubbornness prevails. No, I'm actually tuned into it now.
Yeah, it seems fine.
I'm just picking a joke. Yeah, get out of there. Little rascal. There you are. Okay, cool. Come wide on Zeus, please. And how is that other one looking? Can I see that with bubble? Let's go to this, maybe? Ooh. Tilt up. That one needs a micro nuzzle. Oh, it's dark. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Can I blow it out, maybe? Iris, open. Let's enhance. Yeah, I can do that. Little bit drunken bubble. That's the wrong way. Gotta go this way. For those of you who can't see what's going on, it's okay.
Neither can Trevor.
I can't either.
Nicely done.
Cool. So, arm is out of there, and I think I can't reach the far side. I guess I should try while I'm here.
Here, I'll scoot in a little bit more.
All right, are we, I think we should go the other side because of the rope.
I was scooted in further before.
Oh, you mean just a little wee bit?
Yeah, just a little wee bit.
Let's see how much we
you're
need.
not so far away.
Yeah, let's see how much we need.
You don't need much.
I don't need much. Do I need any?
Yes, you do. You need like 2 or 3 inches.
Yeah, I need 2 or 3 inches.
I believe that's a skosh.
Keep the arm azimuth in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just a skosh of a scooch.
Scooch coach.
Yeah, maybe a hoot.
Gabby's actually a scotch coach.
A scotch coach?
Famously.
Teaches people how to do this.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice. That's fine.
For those of you who are just joining us.
Can you line the Zeus up on the top left one? Whatever you want to...
Our lovely pilots are pulling some monkey's fists, which are releasing some bungee, holding down this oily cable that has been artfully arranged in a figure 8 pattern.
Those monkey's fists are such a satisfying grab.
I know, I love it.
Swoosh.
All right, rack back and do the thing.
Yeah. And once we're done releasing the bungees, we'll fly away with the cable, which will uncoil in a very satisfying figure 8 pattern.
Okay. I think I'll get Josh to tag out with me soon here. I don't know if he's listening. Find out if he's in the lounge. I'll pull this last pin. Cool. Yeah, thanks. Okay, I'm good for some HD extend. Grip is locked. All right. Sorry if you're talking to me, I can't hear you. Okay, let's do another retract, place, extend nuzzle routine.
Just like we practiced.
Yeah, the first 5 monkey's fists were practice. This one's the real one. All right. You can probably close the box now, I think. And I'll take some extend out too. Bonk. Ew. Yeah.
Watch the holster.
Yeah, I'll need a zoom and extend on that, please. Yeah, go ahead, video, yeah. You can zoom more. Yeah, good there. And can you pan right, please? Nice, and then a little up. Cool, perfect, thank you.
You're clear of the holster, yeah.
It's a stubborn one. Stubborn little mule. Okay, free. Okay, full wide, please, video. Okay. Yeah, right, shake it out.
ROV pilots, do you ever have dreams where you're working on something like this?
Sorry, was that a question?
Yeah, do you ever dream about your about getting stuck on knots or untangling stuff?
Ideally, no.
Of course, ideally. But you've never been haunted by a knot?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's good, that's good.
I think I've been haunted by tether stuff, so.
Based on your fear of salps, you've been haunted by ropes in some way.
Yes. Let's do this thing that I do.
Hey, front row, we're happy to pause if you want to do your pilot swap around before we do the next operation.
We would if we had one. Oh, he's going to be on his way. Oh, we're about to get more fly-y. So, I'm going to do a gauge check is what I'm going to do. What's this the camera do?
Maybe while they're doing that.
So next, oh, sorry, go ahead, Monica.
Oh, I was actually just going to ask if someone could tell us about a sacrificial anode. So you go first, and then I'll pass that question to our dive leads if they can tell us about a sacrificial anode. What's it do?
Yeah, well, we can quickly answer for sacrificial anode for the galvanic index for metals is something that's been well understood for a while. So if you have two metals that have a different place on that galvanic index, when they're exposed in a conductive medium like salt water, it'll kind of create like a small battery, and it will start to corrode the item that's less noble. So to stop general corrosion of steel, you often use zinc as a sacrificial anode because the steel's more noble, and then it'll start to eat away at the zinc before the steel disappears from corrosion.
So you're essentially creating a cloud of water that is got a different, like, electrons in it so it doesn't corrode.
I think it's more so it is corroding, but it will corrode the less noble metal.
Cool.
So.
There's a great question about why we don't just train the fish to do this. And the sad reason is my grant funding just didn't come through. So I wasn't able to train the fish, but as soon as I get my funding, that'll be my first goal. Train the fish.
Doug, we've got a shout out for you from shore that you're doing a great job dive leading.
Oh,
you got
great.
This.
Excellent. Well, thank you. Now that the knots are done.
That's from Greg.
Yeah.
We've got Greg as our data steward's shore support tonight.
Excellent. I was happy to step away and have Nico deal with that mess of rope, so. Yeah.
Okay.
Lovely, Gabby.
All right.
Thanks for the minute of swapping there.
Absolutely.
Now that all the easy stuff is done.
Trevor almost got the double fisherman's on that rope. You could tell he wanted to finish it off, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah, so our next step is going to be creating our plan for flying this cable over to the node.
Roger.
So I believe that is about 30 33 meters away, southeast.
25-ish, sure, okay.
Is it 25? Okay.
I think so.
And so we do want to get around the south side of the node.
South side of the node, okay.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't have any of our toys around us, right? The tall floats or anything. That's at a totally another area, right?
There is a beacon, a floaty beacon on top of the node.
A floaty beacon on top of the node, roger.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to come, you want to do the up and down layout kind of plan?
Yes, yeah,
okay.
The up and fly away at an angle.
Fly away on the up, and we'll probably come a little bit to the south of it. It's like I'll pull a little slack and then I'll come back up to it.
Yeah, and these are like relatively old targets that were loaded in.
Okay.
So
we haven't visited the node to re-verify our target.
Yeah.
Is that worth doing? Or do you just want a cowboy?
It's not
well,
far.
maybe
it's only not far away. I could probably do it without a ship move and just go quickly check it out, verify our target, and then come back.
I mean, we could move maybe just 10 meters east anyway, just to give you a little extra.
Yep, and we're going to sit there for a little while.
Yeah. You want 10 meters?
Yeah, we can do that now.
Okay.
What do you think, Doug? Should I just go verify?
I think that's not a bad plan to,
that'll give me a better
take a quick look.
A better plan with how I'm going to fly this up, and then I won't all of a sudden have...
Yeah, I think if that's your recommendation, I think that's a pretty good one. So.
Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, let's go do that.
Okay. Bridge nav. Can we have 10 meters east, please? Thank you.
Come around to port.
Front row, a couple of questions for you if you're available.
I am.
Wonderful. Sorry. The question I had for you here is, does the pressure of the water work against the motors? There is pretty substantial pressure down here. Is that something you have to be concerned about?
Work against the motors.
Oh, there's a beacon there too.
We certainly keep it in mind. The whole vehicle is designed to withstand the pressure at the bottom of the ocean. I'm not quite sure how to answer that, though. I don't, and which motors? Let's see. We have a high voltage motor that runs the hydraulic pump. Mm-hmm. And that feels the pressure of full ocean depth, I believe.
Look pretty good. Sorry, can I interrupt for 1 sec? Doug, are we opening the doors? Is it these doors?
No.
No.
No, so...
okay, let me come around the south side then.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt there.
No problem.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I don't quite know how to answer that. The motor definitely feels all of the pressure, plus, I think, 6 PSI. And it still turns.
That makes sense. It's designed for it.
Yeah.
Someone else also asked about delta P, which I had to look up as well just to be sure, but basically delta P being a sudden rapid
down a little bit
pressure differential. Is that ever something you need to worry about?
Sorry, we're just gonna
no problem. It'll wait.
Yeah, thank you very much. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is the.
Keep coming around.
Oh, you want the other side?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this side doesn't have connectors.
You're tugging, so I'm just going to go tail to tail here.
Okay. Oh, and the doors are open. Sweet. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the mud mat. And I want to go around. So it's actually the doors are not on the south side, they're on the east side.
Yeah, I guess we have it written down as southeast, but yeah.
Okay,
the
so
open side.
I actually want to come around. So I'm going to drag it past the node a little ways just to give me the slack I need.
Yeah.
For a little further to the east. And then do you want the cable on the south side of it or the
on,
north side?
On the south side. There's a couple cables on the north side that we don't really want to go over.
Okay, so I'm going to drag the cable on this side that the vehicle's on now, and I'll drag it past a little ways, and then I'll circle back in to give us
absolutely.
Okay, I'm glad we came over to have a look. That gives me a better visual in my head about what we need to do.
There is a beacon right below you right now. I don't know if you want to grab that or if it's easiest to leave it till after. It's your call on that.
I think even if it bumps it, it'll just kind of push it over.
Little octo there.
We'll grab it at the end.
Okay.
Nice little herc stand there. Herc mark.
Okay.
I'm coming back up and looking around at you.
Okay.
And how high up are we coming with this cable?
I think only like maybe 15 meters max.
Okay.
So Cassie, I think we are actually probably a little past our time to give systems a heads up.
Yeah, we let them know earlier that we would be contacting them again, so yeah, I'll get Shore to send them an email.
Yeah, that'd be excellent, thanks. I'm glad we didn't contact them right when we first had eyes on the mud mat, because...
Well, we did, to confirm that the port S3 was off, so...
Yes.
And that's when we let them know that whenever this was unsnarled, we'd be contacting them again.
Okay.
Okay, and we're getting this connector here. Grab it by, and we haul it around by the orange connector grabber handle.
That's the one.
Okay.
Connector grabber handle.
Yeah.
It's a technical term.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, we got the new style angled version.
Yeah, not a straight 90.
So maybe you could tell us what the plan is for the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, so this cable is all figure-eighted into place, so it should fly, so it should come out without any twists or hockles, as we were discussing earlier. So the plan is to fly this over to the node and then plug it in and have Shore check and make sure that everything is good with the cable.
Thank you.
Okay.
Does that work for you? For position when you fly?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to come up.
Okay. The water clarity's pretty good.
Just stop here now for a second.
Okay.
I'll come up a little bit. I think I'm gonna come up to 20 off.
Okay.
And turn my heading. Do you mind just zooming in one on that one? Yeah, that's great. And then I'm gonna come like this way. Turn my head some more.
Nico, perhaps you could tell us about the cover on the end of this?
Yeah, we often refer to them as parking positions, or this one is a hybrid parking position, so it has both.
Oh, that's a yank.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Back down.
Huh. I came straight up there.
Yeah.
I hadn't moved yet. I was just changing my heading.
Think we gotta go investigate.
Okay, coming down. You can still see the mud mat below me in the 180. So, do you want me to, I'm going to back and lay this part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mud mat. So in the 180, it looks like you are laying a bunch of that cable on the far side of the node, which I think you're going to want to pick that up.
Yep.
And how long do we anticipate this cable to be?
Are you coming back up?
I think this cable's about 50 meters.
Right 50, okay.
Yeah.
down.
Okay.
So there is a small termination can on this cable. I wonder if we were coming up in the water column, it's snagged somewhere just on the inside of where that PBOF is all figure-eighted.
Right.
But again, we're going to have to just lay what we've pulled out here and then go take a look.
Okay, roger. Okay, I'm going to pull this away from there.
Yeah, you can see a little reflective end, I think, on one of those lines.
Nico, do we dare continue the conversation? I said, do we dare continue to ask about the parking position? I feel like asking is what's giving us the kiss of death.
Yeah, so as I was saying about the parking positions that you see in the end of this connector, usually they're a bit more simple. We have 12 fairly large copper pins that come out, and those are for our Ethernet and power conductors.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I think we're going to put this down here, Gavin.
In the parking positions, they have pin holsters, which have a bath of oil inside of them. So when you
the
press
viz is
it
pretty
together,
amazing. You can still see the mud mat in the
those pins
180 cam.
from seawater and corrosion.
Starting to pull
this one is a little bit different because it also has to protect fiber connections.
Yeah. Do you just want me to drop it?
Sure. I'll admit that if I fully understand how they were able to do that, I think I'd be a wealthy man.
Very good. Thank you.
But yeah, so we're able to leave these connectors unplugged to an actual receptacle for however long we need to, without damaging the pins to corrosion.
Well, and I imagine Biota would probably want to get in there too, just because it's a nice hidey hole.
Yes, Yes.
Okay, can you just,
So a lot of them, like on the receptacle side, you don't need to insert any kind of special parking position. That will be where like the sockets of the pins go into. Those are all already kind of sealed and don't get exposed until the exact procedure in which you're using the connector side plug to insert. But we do put dust caps on top of all of those, because otherwise you'll find exactly what you mentioned, that lots of critters like to live right on top of them, and you can't make a connection until you've moved them. And a lot of the times inshore, those will be anemones, and they can really make a mess of your receptacle uplink. So we need to make sure that we always have dust caps on our receptacles, and always have parking positions in our plugs.
Thank you. I know there's some great shots of, I believe it's club tunicates that have taken over some of our inshore.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, inshore stuff, and those are again on our socials. I believe our Instagram, you can look for those club tunicates.
Can we just grab that?
I would say you grab that and pull it right out of the frame, so we don't have to worry about that again.
Yeah, can we grab and carry it like along the ley line there, and then give ourselves, because we need a bit more slack.
Yeah.
Okay. We can just grab right in the metal part, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So we're gonna pick up this can and take it with us. And I'll try and fly along what I just laid. Give
Copy that.
A bit more slack.
Sounds good.
And what is this they're grabbing?
So this is a small termination can. Usually when these oilies get to a certain length, you need to add these.
Kind of like having another engine on a train in the middle? Give it a little more oomph?
No, it's not a repeater by any means. It's just connecting two bits of the oily, and it's all passive inside there.
I think there's a little bit of excess fiber inside.
Yeah, there's usually a few loops of fiber inside there as well.
Just to give it a little extra insurance if it's tugged on.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's also just part of the construction method.
Yeah. Sure, sounds great. Thanks. Thank you. Okay.
Yep, I am halted.
Great.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about fiber. You don't need to have repeaters until you go very long distances, but with copper, and when you're doing like Ethernet communication, you're limited to about, we limit the cables to 70 meters. I know some people have had success doing Ethernet communications longer than that, but
Thank you. There's some folks wondering how long it takes for dust to settle when we make a cloud, and it really depends on which way the currents are going and how much dust we kick up. There's a lot of factors that contribute to how long it takes to clear, actually. As a rule, we try not to kick up dust because we don't want to get it we don't want it getting everywhere. It's really quite fine. And of course, we do have to wait for it to settle. So I take no credit. Our pilots do such a great job making sure that the dust doesn't get everywhere. I have nothing to do with it. That one.
How far up do you want to come?
I'm not going to come up as high as last time. I think just try and stick to a 20-ish, 15 to 20.
Okay.
I'm going to back up now. And I'll probably just start coming down a little bit as I'm backing up. And we'll put this beside the, get a little lower.
Someone's wondering how the claw does not squish everything. And again, that goes right back to our very talented pilots. Josh is excellent at applying just the right amount of manipulation so that we don't squish.
That would be Gabby at the moment, but...
Oh, pardon me. I was going to say Gabby's also very good at it. I thought she was on Atalanta. That's the only reason I didn't say that. But Gabby, great job, no squishing.
Gabby is on Atalanta.
Yeah.
She's doing everything.
Yeah.
She's on.
Actually, I can take no credit for the squishiness of the jaws. You actually just set the grip force that you want. And I meant the hardest grip force. And the reason it's not squishing their little bottle is because the bottle is probably titanium.
Let's get ready to drop.
Oh, there you go.
Happy with this spot for this?
Yep.
I think it's enough, hopefully.
Okay.
Hopefully enough. Okay, let's let that go. Now we'll go back to the connector.
So I guess the true answer to the question, how does the claw not squish anything, is it does unless we're grabbing a titanium thing and the setting has been set to not squish.
Yeah, that is the actual answer there.
There you go.
The jaws are very strong. I don't know, hundreds of pounds of strength.
Of strength. Yes.
Lots of strength.
Lots of strength.
I don't know the exact specs for this one for the right arm, but for the left arm, it's 1,000 pounds of grabbing force.
Wow.
So it's an effort, though I have seen Josh pick up an egg with this arm.
Yeah, this arm's pretty cool. Can control the grip force right down to picking up an egg to very much crushing it.
Yes, the two types of egg handling. Picking it up and very much crushing it. No, but more seriously, the reason I seem to understand that you want to have that ability to pick up things very gently is things in like archaeology when you're recovering like pottery shards, or?
So when we've done archaeology in the past, we tend not to pick it up with the jaws, but have specially designed suction cups or other sorts of scoops and things like that to pick it up with. I wouldn't probably do any sampling of archaeology directly with the jaws, but there's a whole field of the research that goes into getting manipulators to pick up various types of things.
I see.
Suction cups, there's a cool origami grabber that like surrounds a jellyfish in like an origami ball. There's soft manipulators. It's a whole area of research.
Okay, very cool.
Let's grab this one on the fly.
Okay.
Speaking of manipulators, there's an octopus with his 8 manipulators just on your right side. We'll assume he's untrained as my grant did not come through.
I thought your grant was for training fish. Did you also apply for another grant for training octopus?
It also did not come through.
That'd be an interesting study comparing the training of fish versus octopus.
Octopus would for sure pick it up faster.
Sorry.
The study's already been done?
Oh, good.
Okay.
I missed the grab.
Okay, coming up a little bit.
I've trained fish.
Have you? Could you tell us more about that?
Used operant conditioning to teach a fish to swim through a hoop.
Operant conditioning?
Yeah. Positive reinforcement. It's like clicker training in common parlance.
I see. Why did you do that, other than the sheer satisfaction?
8th grade science fair project.
Oh, wow.
Neat. And what did you learn?
That you can train anything, and that we train each other all the time. We are always conditioning each other through positive reinforcement. I learned the power of being nice to each other, smiling, little things.
You smiled at the fish?
I beeped a beeper and I flashed a light.
Great, neat.
It's the fish language for smiles.
And I'm absolutely not being cheeky. I think that is really neat that you trained a fish.
It was pretty cool.
What kind of fish?
So something from the aquarium. It's just something from the local pet store.
What was his name? Its name?
I don't think I gave him a name.
Oh. Trainee.
I think I'm going to go tail to tail, Josh.
Okay.
So we're just getting stretched out here.
I'm hoping I don't have to go too much further. I just like to give myself a bit of slack because it's annoying when you get tight around the corner.
Okay. It's not really tail to tail, it's more tail to, like Atalanta tail to you.
I think that should be probably pretty good, maybe. Give her one more little... There, I think it should be pretty good.
There's a note in the chat here that someone clicker trained fish and octopus, though the octopus were a lot smarter, and that some people have even trained butterflies. That's pretty cool.
How about that?
Okay, so let's tuck the arm in a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a little bit of, I'm going to porch out just a little bit.
Do we want to get this in the Fletcher and stuff?
Yeah, so what's our steps here, Doug?
Yeah, so we will want to stick this in the Fletcher. There will be a dust cap to remove.
Okay.
And then after that, we can pull it out of the Fletcher.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have the exact wrong grab to do that. Okay, I think I have an idea though.
I can hold it with the, do you want me to grab it with, or?
I was gonna go for a smear on the porch do you think that'll work?
Yeah, good.
And to get a vertical grab? But yeah, I can absolutely pass it to you too.
Yeah, whatever you like.
I'll try the smear first. The last time I grabbed this with the Orion, it got very snaggly.
Okay, just lower your grip force, and then hopefully you got enough room in the, so it can smear, you know, so the edge doesn't get jammed in the,
yeah,
nip, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll take it slow.
We also have our nice little fence.
Yeah,
here,
I could
so
smear it on the bar.
It won't jump off if you want to just let it go even, you know what I mean?
Oh, like set it down on the porch.
You could, because you got our fence here.
Yeah, I can try that.
So it won't do the jumpy off thing, hopefully. Let me give you some more, not that one.
Not what one?
Just me hitting the wrong buttons.
Oh,
I'm going to give you some more porch.
Okay, thank you.
got
I like that. So I'll try a little smear first.
Sure. What, do we have a little, do we have a hitchhiker? What is that thing? I don't think you got enough room for smear.
Okay. I can just...
What's the little black thing right there?
It looks like a piece of Velcro or something. Oh, a dummy. Is it a dummy?
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Well, I'll finish this and then we can zoom in on it.
Josh, can you tell us what's on the porch right now? What did you put up there? Not the mystery item, but the bar.
Yeah, we put an aluminum piece of channel there because at the end of this dive, we're going to be collecting up 3 beacons that are going to go on the porch, and I didn't want them to, you know, go flying off the front of the porch. So I put a little fence up. Because when we recover, you know, when we're bringing the vehicles through that interface between where it's all wave action on the surface of the ocean, it can get kind of violent, you know, a lot of wave action. And so it seems all calm down here, but that interface can be very energetic. So that's where things can jump off the front of the porch. So I just put a little extra guard up forward so things didn't go flying off the front.
Very good, thank you. And that's part of the design of using this grating, is it allows you to attach and detach things as required. Is that correct?
That's right, yeah. We can bolt things through it and attach things on, and just gives us a lot of choices. So we made up some hand washers using hockey pucks. So we have a washer underneath holding on the bottom, acting as a backer. Makes it very easy to use.
Neato, thank you.
Endless uses of hockey pucks.
Well, that might explain then with why someone gave us an update in the chat about the Oilers. Is that directed at you?
Oh, no, I didn't. They're not playing tonight, though, are they?
Well, apparently they're leading 6-1 with 7 minutes
I guess they are
left
playing.
in the third.
Guess they decided to try and play a game.
And Gabby, it may delight you to know that many people have commented that they've trained their pets to do things, including one person who had a fancy goldfish that made noises at them every time it was hungry.
Can you just pan up a little bit? Thanks.
I was reading your
mind. That does delight me to know.
There was a restaurant in Victoria that had a tank of fish, and I think it was the box fish in there would spray water on the people sitting at the table next to it when it wanted attention and it wanted its belly rubbed.
What?
Wow.
I don't know that I've ever rubbed a fish's belly, but it's going on the list of things I got to do before I die.
I didn't think fish liked their bellies rubbed, but this fish would spit on people when it wanted its belly rubbed.
It's quite an attraction.
Yeah, whatever table number that was, it's not the one you want to sit at unless you want to have a fish spit on you.
Oh, it's actually here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps when you have a moment, what is the strangest item you've repurposed for ROV use?